All right, you've probably seen this painting, and even if you don't know its name, I want to introduce it to you. This is an important painting that we talk about amongst my students, and when we get ready for Scholar Bowl games and stuff. So let's talk about it. We have a late night diner here. There's bright lights. There's four people who doesn't look like they're talking with each other. You have a city that feels kind of strangely empty. And Edward Hopper's Nighthawks is one of the most recognizable paintings in American art. And yet, the longer you look at it, the lonelier it feels. Now, Hopper painted Nighthawks in 1942 during World War II. So there was a great deal of tension, of course, in America. The cities were growing fast, and people were surrounded by other people, but they were more isolated than ever. And the painting shows a diner late at night, and you have bright lights that spill onto the sidewalk, and inside you have three customers, and they're sitting, and there's a waiter, but no one's speaking that we can tell. There's no door that's visible. There's no clock. There's no sense of movement. It's just waiting. And at first glance, the scene feels social. People sitting together, coffee on the counter, a place that should feel alive. But when you look closer, no one makes eye contact. The figures are all turned inward. Even the couple sits in silence. It looks like they're together, but also they're completely alone. And that tension is the heart of Hopper's work. He paints modern life as emotionally distant, even when, you're physically close. Now, the diner glows unnaturally bright against the dark city, and that light should actually feel warm. Instead, it feels more, exposed. The people inside aren't comforted by it. It feels like they're trapped by it. And the outside world is dark and quiet and empty. But the inside world isn't really any better. And Hopper shows us something that's rather unsettling. And that is sometimes light doesn't really bring, clarity. Sometimes it just shows how alone we are. Now, when it comes to Edward Hopper, he refused to explain his work. He didn't name the characters. He didn't give them backstories. He didn't tell the viewers what to feel. And that's why Nighthawks works. Everyone sees something different. Loneliness, insomnia, emotional distance, modern anxiety, quiet contemplation. This painting becomes a mirror. And what you see says as much about you as it does about the scene. Now, why does it matter? Why am I talking about it? Well, today, Nighthawks feels even more relevant. We live in a world of late nights and glowing screens and crowded cities, but also in quiet isolation. We're more connected than ever, and we're often more alone. And Hopper captured that feeling decades before smartphones or social media existed. And that's why this painting really never stops feeling modern. Now, Nighthawks doesn't tell a story, but at least I think so. I think it more creates a mood. It's a pause in time. It's a moment between conversations. It's a reminder that loneliness doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like a quiet diner at night. It's brightly lit, completely still, and full of people who, well, they aren't really there. Thanks for making it this far, and I appreciate you watching.